Hello, everyone, and welcome to another Power episode of Iron Panther Presents. Today, we're going back to talk to Tariq, see what's up with him with season 3, episode 1, hashtag Lauren Resurrection, apparently. And with that, I shall give the floor to Chris and his flowers because he was the only one that said that one was going to be alive, and we said, shut the hell up. And what you got, Chris? What you got?
I mean, all I got is this, maybe. Just saying. Whoa. Where did these sheep come from? Wow.
What?
Wow, it must have just known. Wow. This is amazing.
It just popped up.
Wow. Where did this thing behind me just damn. Okay, well, it must have known something. No, yeah, man. I was adamant. It kept saying to everyone, I was like, look, you don't see TV show rules, especially talking about freaking STARZ. If you don't see a body, not even a gun, like hearing a gunshot, they ain't dead. They are not dead. Every single like was from Carrie. We saw Carrie hanging. Like, granted, we didn't see her face, but we saw her legs. Like it was like some Wicked Witch of the East type shit. You know what I mean? We saw her little toes dangling. I mean, we did question like how the hell Monet was able to drag her all the way up there.
Off
you
camera.
Know what I mean?
Off camera.
Yeah.
Off camera. You know what I mean? And stuff like that. But we always see a body. Jabari, everyone. And then all of a sudden, conveniently, we don't see a body for Lauren. Not only that, I also was saying for Effie, even though we know Effie's not a good person, but we also, but the show tries to make a point to make it seem like for us to really emphasize, like to sympathize with her a little bit, and make it where she's not a necessarily a good person, but you're also supposed to kind of like her too. If she would have just killed Lauren, that would have just killed it. You know what I mean? And I was stating that too, saying like, no, they wouldn't do that with Effie unless they just wanted to make Effie like a villain now all of a sudden. You know what I mean? And that's just not the case. I mean, hell, we're even seeing Kane even kind of slowly changing a little bit, where it's like he only kills when necessary. So it's yeah. I mean, so yeah, I knew that either she would be tied up somewhere, or maybe she would turn to an informant. You know what I mean? Something like that. Not to mention, pretty light-skinned girls, they usually survive this shit. I ain't make up the rules. That's just how it is. Yeah. All right, but let me actually talk about the episode itself. Episode itself. I actually thought it was decent a little bit. I did kind of find it convenient that all of a sudden we got like Mecca's
Beyonce
healers.
Boss.
Yeah. I mean, what were they, like Jamaican or like what are they like?
No, they're different. They're all Brits.
They're Brits.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, British.
Yeah, and I guess they watched a lot of Gangs of London or something, coming out with the machetes and shit, and I mean, so very dramatic. Okay. The thing I love the most is that anytime you have a classroom scenes, it's always the who's who in the class, right? Homegirl's like 300 people want to take this class, but I chose you 25. You that happens to be Tariq, you that happens to be Diana, you that happens to be Effie, who's a new student. Diana, by the way, I don't know how you got in this class. You just enrolled here and you should be taking a 101 class, but whatever. What's the horse's name? Brenda's
Bruchandra's in the class.
Yeah, Bruchanda as well.
Random ass white girls, so they can not understanding what's going on because they're white in America. Shit, like they got to do two random ass white girls.
Well, yeah, and then the sister, the what's the rich family's name? Rich white family name?
Oh, the Westons.
The Westons. Yeah. So yeah, I just found out really funny. And I was just saying like, okay, I guess like when you're at a particular university, this must be the smallest university ever, because everyone just happens to know each other. People happen to be rooming with each other as well. So I thought that was very convenient. I was like, okay, Effie goes here now, Diana now goes here now, and she's actually rooming with a Weston. I would imagine if you're as rich as Weston, why wouldn't you get your own room? But whatever, you know what I mean? Because I'm just saying now, our school, we have people whose parents maybe donate a little bit more, and they ironically had their own room, or they have like an apartment. No, she just gets a dorm room. Okay, whatever. We'll go with it. You know what I mean? Yeah. Overall, I thought it was fun though. there's some other bullshit I can't think of the top of my head because I don't know. I was just so excited that
Lord was alive and you were right. And you were like,
well, yeah, because I rewatched the video. If you guys go back, type in Iron Panther and type in, when you go Power, do season 2, episode 9, a whole video.
Shit it on Chris.
Dave's over here saying, that's the real reason why. I'm gonna tell y'all, this is the real reason why Kim and Stacey is not here. They're busy. They got stuff to do. Kim was like, damn, I can't show my face. This was Kim. The whole time I'm talking about, she's live. Kim was like, no, she is not live. She's dead. And then Stacey's like, child, no. Like, you know what I mean? No. And then Dave is over here just like,
the fuck out of here, man.
Because
I had respect for these writers. I had respect for these writers. I said they're not going to do no stupid shit like this.
And you're right. And the thing is, though, ironically, yes, if it was written correctly or whatnot, she actually really would have been dead. You know what I mean? And I don't deny that. It's just, but everything, just looking at the pattern of the show, you kind of pick up a few things. You know what I mean? And that was, to me, that was obvious. I thought it was going to be obvious to the rest of you three. You know what I mean? But I was just like, what? Right, I was like, come on, guys.
Be dragging my face in the shit, all right? Like I said, you were right, Chris. This is right.
I know. I mean, but it was like Gangs in London, like the whole thing after season 1, I was like, the nigga's alive. And you're like, no, he dead. And then he was, I'm like, when are y'all going to finally give Gibson his credit?
All right. Flowers. Come on.
No, I'm saying next time, if I say someone's alive, y'all cannot be like bullying me. All right.
I won't. We won't. Next time.
Yeah,
next
right.
time. We'll see. Damn it.
No, but I'm good. No, but I thought, again, good first episode. Can't wait to see what else we have.
All right. So let's get to Jamani's head. Jamani, what did you think of the bring back of Tariq and crew?
Oh my God, there's so many. I have a long list. So like
top 3, damn it. Like you right now, you give me top 3. And then we get KJ getting in on this. All right.
Okay. Top 3 is so if Effie didn't kill Lauren, right?
Yes.
Mm-hmm. Right.
Then that means that Effie is snitching. Because she left with Lauren. And I'm saying a dog doesn't change its spots or whatever the saying goes, right? It's
a leopard,
right? So it's she got caught up. She got she snitched on Tariq to when they were in
the prosecutor.
No, the what do you call it in Connecticut, that whatever choke or whatever, right? So that she could take over his business or whatever.
All right.
So
okay.
She's gonna. Why wouldn't she do the same thing again? She's so eager to get in on what type of drug dealing are you guys doing now? I want to be back in. I want to know what you're doing so I can snitch.
Okay.
So I'm like, what? Obviously, she probably went to go and kill her. And she's like, well, I'm federally protected. They probably got a tracker on me right now. You're going to get caught. Okay. And then she turns state's evidence. And they disappear Lauren, and Effie's been working them the whole time. That's why she's trying to get all of this inside information. She's a double agent right now.
Okay. So so you're saying T-Man says you're right. So you're saying Effie drove off into the night with Lauren, called the fucking DA.
No, not I'm saying Lauren convinced her, hey, you're gonna get caught. I might have a tracker or something on me right now.
Okay.
It's not worth it to kill me because you're gonna get caught. And they end up all with that USSA lady or whatever. And
she at that level. She's a New York district prosecutor. But I hear your point.
USA was you so sure?
So she
I thought she was taking Sack's place in the USA.
No. She's local. She's local DA. This is a local case that she's dealing with. So like she's not at Angie's level, like or where Sachs used to be. She's not. Like she's a local prosecutor. But it doesn't matter. So you're saying now, so when prosecutor says I got a CI in the organization, she's talking about Effie. That's what you're going with.
Correct.
I can see that. I can see that right now. Because I thought she was talking about Sachs. But I'm like, Sachs don't know that much. So how she like, I got a CI inside this organization, and you talking about Effie? Because that you need to be right. Because right now, Effie's looking real stupid right now, and that's what kind of makes me mad. Because I thought Effie was the one. I was like, she killed Lauren. She about that life, and somehow she didn't check to see this fuck bitch was dead. She just walked away. Like that doesn't make any sense. And she just walked away from a car, and somehow she made it back to school. She's completely fine. Now it makes sense though. So everybody agrees with you that this could be it. They could have Effie snitched again, but we never got her. Anyway, okay. So Effie's a snitch. What else she got?
Okay, so I really have no idea what's going on with this whole Noma thing, because I'm like, they just dropped like, all right. So I watched the inside thing last night with the creators and not the creators, but the the showrunner and everything and I can just say that whenever you hand something off to somebody from Empire, I mean,
oh yeah,
50 word that it's sugar to shit. That is exactly what the show has happened. I'm like, they don't have too many characters on the show. They have too many sets of characters. We have Brayden's family. We have the Tejadas. We have the people at Stansfield. We have the lawyers and the police. I'm like, there's like 30 people on the show, and there's more to come in the rest of the season. And I'm like, we haven't even seen everybody yet. So I'm like, how many people? Like, they need to start killing people off 2 at a time an episode at this point. But yeah, I'm like, Little Mo is basically singing, rest in peace to the show, in my opinion, instead of Zeke. But to this whole Noma thing, I'm like, so was Mecca supposed to be? How was he supposed to be turning? He's supposed to be snitching on Noma's competition or enemies. So if he's in New York, his competition would be the Tejadas. Was he supposed to kill Monet, or like what exactly was supposed to happen with that? I'm like, are we really supposed to believe that the ring was meant for Noma, that he was really engaged with her? Is this a fatal attraction type of thing where she thinks that something more was going on than was? Like, we have no actual foundation for what their relationship actually was, in fact, other than what she's saying. And she just appears 3 months later. I find it to be extremely funny. Courtney Kemp disappeared, leaves all of these shows. And in all 3 shows, whether it's Force, Raising Kanan, or Ghost, all have time jump immediately after. Everything is the day after with the season. In the next season, now it's big time jumps. And okay, now they just appear. She appears magically when Kane and Tariq decide to meet 3 months later. Has she been surveilling them? Like, it's just, she just appears. And
plot convenience. It's called plot convenience.
And I'm like, okay, there's the 10 crack commandments. Never sell crack where you rest at, right? Why? You've never seen them selling any drugs out of their queen's house. Why would you get your own crib and then say, I've been raised not to do this? I want to be an adult and have the comfort of selling crack out of my own house now. Like, I'm making deals to sell. Like, why would you do that where you live at now? What's it like? Is this supposed to be a bachelor pad or a trap house? Like, what exactly is this?
Oh, okay. Wait. They did not agree to sell drugs out of their house.
I'm saying they're making drug deals.
Yeah, well, that's because they have a fucking gun pulled on them, and they're like, we can work this out.
No, the guy that was there first when they had the strippers and everything. That's a drug. They're trying to barter, negotiate the deal in their own home. Why would you do it why would you make a drug deal in your home? Like,
okay, but I mean, I hear you with that, but I'm like, I mean, if this is their own place, it's not like he thought that this guy's an undercover cop or something. I mean, they're not gonna be doing. I hear you. Okay, so you were more concerned about that. I'm more concerned about the random titties that just happen to be in the scene. I'm like, why is this even necessary? I was like, but let's
didn't make any sense whatsoever. They were talking about percentages. When do you ever hear a connect? And they talk about a connect is basically, I sell this much for a key. They're like, we want 30% or 60%. What is the percentages are you talking about? Because it's a flat rate. I have the keys. you pay me, and then you make money off of the keys. However, you cut it up and sell it off to your dealers.
He's saying that he realizes that the Tejadas are in a bad situation, that they don't have any other options. So he's like, if I'm your only option as a supplier, not only do I want you to pay me for the drugs, I want 60% of what you make from your profits on top of that. I mean, that's predatory, like lending, basically. But I mean, because he feels like he has all the leverage. Because until Noma shows up, he does have all the leverage. So I was like, but apparently they keep on killing all their suppliers. So like, that's the situation.
He ain't gonna last very long. I don't think.
Oh yeah. So now he's the competition. So once Noma gets a wind of him, he's gonna be dead as fuck. I mean, so this will be easy. I mean, but I mean, I hear you with that. All right. So what's your third?
That was I'll come back to it. I gotta look up the rest of it.
Okay, look on that. KJ, what you got, man? What's your top two? Give me two.
What you mean?
I want your top two issues with the things on the show.
Oh yeah. Obviously number one with Lauren coming back. There's the way. I mean, not only that, in the way how they did it, like both of them all together. And the second one would be, them going back to Mecca's spot. Like that. I don't know. For some reason, that kind of bothered me. And I know, it's just like. Because I know other reviewers I was watching, they was like, well, no, it's like because Mecca gave Monet that spot in his inheritance or whatever. And I'm like, but that still is dumb as fuck, because it's like it was once a crime scene. Like the guy was a federal informant. So it's like in a way it's dumb as fuck. It's like common sense.
It is.
So I don't know, like the whole time, like I was watching that and I was like, damn, this is like bad writing. Like, man. Because for a minute, like before that, a couple of scenes before that, I was like, okay, it's a good start. But then once they went to the whole Mecca spot, I'm like, oh fuck. Tariq, Brady, and Drew, they all there. I'm like, man, this is bad writing. This is like, and then after everything after that, it was like, okay, cool. It's like, okay. But like, I don't know, that's one scene that just stuck with me. I was like, man, it's dumb as fuck. Like, I can't.
But do they know he's a federal informant? Kane?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes.
Know.
Fucking Tariq called him the global snitcher or some shit. Like, they absolutely know.
No,
like, I mean,
no, Tariq said that to Mecca, but I don't think he ever said that to Kane.
Monet told
Monet might know, but I'm saying, does Kane and the younger
Drew, because he gave it to Drew. I mean, but why? Okay, let's say they don't. It doesn't matter. Monet knows, and fucking Tariq knows. So why would they put? Why would she?
Well, I think Monet was like, she went in the right headspace. Like I think she was still kind of thinking about Zeke, because you can see her at the same time, like she was talking, but she wasn't there all the way, because
but
like
she's still putting her kids in danger. Yeah. I mean, like her grief is another thing, but for her to be like, hey sons, go stay at the house of the federal informant that I was fucking and had a baby with, and everything's gonna be all right. Like that's stupid. we gotta give her a little bit more credit to that. But Tariq knows, so Tariq should be like, we're not going there. We'll meet somewhere else and have any kind of conversation you want, but I'm not showing up at this fucking place where, I mean, he knows fucking Mecca was murdered there. He knows fucking Mecca was a federal informant. Neither one of those say we should be hanging out at this dude's place. Like,
thought for a minute, I thought at least Drew would be like, since he's like, got some type of smarts in the family, I thought he would be like, at least like telling Kane, because I know they could be going back and forth, be like Kane tell, oh, Drew, like you want to come to the spot, Mecca spot, and then Drew would be like, no. Well, now why would I do that? Like, no, like I thought, I don't know, for some reason I thought it was gonna be Drew the one that said it, but
it's plot convenience. They needed a moment for Noma to show up and just take these kids, these young adults.
Shut off the power, even though I already got into your spot, but let me just shut off the power, because that's the most creepy thing to do.
I could prove my dominance
I never understood that. I blame X-Men for that. X-Men was the first movie to do some shit like that. So like, turn the lights off. Boom. There's Xavier and Wolverine and Jean Grey, and and now everyone does it.
No, that takes me to the Sebastian thing. Like basically, we've seen it in two scenes in this same episode. the back entrance or the service entrance, right? Yeah. I'm like, is the master way to get into these luxury apartments. I'm like, at least when Tommy needed to get in, it was leave the door open so that I can get past the security code. Now it's just like, hey, I can just walk up
in here.
And I'm like, when Tariq killed Sebastian, it wasn't like, oh, I gotta hide. It was just like, I'm just standing right there waiting for the cops to come get me because I hear somebody coming in and I'm just gonna stand here with the knife in my hand. And they walk in like I'm not even sneaking around a corner, like, oh, Tariq, oh, Kane and Brandon. Okay, it's a family reunion. Like it's like nobody's suspicious of like, oh, I'm about to get caught, or something else is there are other people here or anything like that. It's just, hey, what's up, guys?
And how did they open the door? Like the door had to be open. It's a hotel room. Like even Bash opened the door for Tariq and then closed the door. So how the fuck did Braden and Kane just walk up in there? They're like, hey,
the master locksmith in 5 seconds.
Stop it. I was like, this.
So,
I think off camera. What?
Yeah,
off camera. But put that aside. Off camera, they rolled up that carpet with Bash in it and carried that motherfucker all the way downstairs, and no one saw anything. Like, stop it. Stop it. They're like, this makes no damn sense. Like, where did they
and then the body's gonna reappear just like that cop did like at the end of the season, next season.
Yeah. It has to be like, this doesn't make any, there was no need for this scene. There was no
because
need
for some fucking reason, it's like every time Kane hides a body, the cops end up finding it. So
like, I don't understand that. But Noma.
Yeah, I don't know. You can just blame it on Jabari again. Just blame it on the dead man. It's like, oh, he did it. It was him.
Oh, you know what? We'll talk about something similar to that in BMF.
Oh yeah.
Where a 13-year-old is gonna be blamed for 4 murders.
Yeah. That's crazy.
I know. I'm trying to restrain it from that. For that. So I'm trying to restrain it.
We're gonna get into that. We're gonna Lauren is back. Sax is I thought Sax was Jenny's CI, but I like Jamani's idea because right now we're supposed to think Sax. We're supposed to, but like Effie would be a much better choice. Like Jamani said, she has a history of snitching. So like Noma knowing that Mecca.
Yeah, Lauren had like that one instance of wearing that surveillance watch or something, and that was it.
Yeah. In the trailer, a couple months back. They showed like Effie running from the cops. So what I was thinking was like Effie, for some fucking reason, like she in her mind she was going to kill Lauren, but I guess she knocked her out and off. I guess we gotta wait to see it how everything really played out. I think she gave her something or hit her head again or something and really knocked her out. And I guess in Effie's mind, if she pushed Lauren into the water in the car. Like, I guess she wasn't, I don't know what the fuck she was thinking. I guess she, like, it was sloppy or whatever. I guess she was, in her mind, she was like, okay, Lauren's going to drown or whatever. And she, like, in the car or what have you. So, because, like, I was, like, Jamani, I like where you're going with it, Effie being the snitch and all, but it also kind of like, because if you go back and watch the trailer and see Effie running from the cops, like, why would she run from the cops if she a snitch? You know what I'm saying?
You don't know which cops she's running
still playing a role.
That's classic. That's classic.
And I'm like, remember Courtney Kemp, I don't know, they're changing up some of the rules, but they don't do flashbacks. So it's not like we're going to see what happened. They might tell us what happened.
I think we will. They show the trailer, and then in the trailers, you see Effie either, it looks like she was like running with the car going into like the water or something like that. Yeah. I think that's what it looked like. It was really fast. It looked like it was like she was leading the car into a water. So I
saying we don't know that could be
a future event. That's a future.
No, I mean it could. I mean, I feel like for the rest, some of y'all that thought that she was dead, that would probably be needed, at least a flashback, I guess, to
justify this. But I think the original the official story, she had a car accident. There was no water involved. Like, she had a car accident and then they found her body. So the water scene that we saw in the trailer, there has to be another event. Because they fish her car out the water.
I can see. Yeah, that's probably true. That's probably true.
But no, I want to get into Noma's issues, because her being Mecca's boss and lover just adds up so many plot holes that are unnecessary.
Yeah, Mecca was hitting on freaking Monet hard. Like, wow, he got a whole fiance, but okay.
But wait, she never checks in on her lieutenant / fiance. Like, who are you working with in New York?
Not fiance. She said he was going to give her the ring. So,
all right, so her lover.
She's thinking
COVID. She's in the UK. COVID protocols probably prevented her. But that's probably where they're going to go.
They should have said it, but like they bring back Raquel, I guess, some character we barely remember, so they can murder her. But I'm like, she should have known who Kane was, minimum, because Kane was his main contact. So she should have known that. And if she's looking into the ring, she should have traced that back to Davis. And then she should have found out that fucking the penthouse was given to the Monet family by Davis. Like, she should be walking into Davis's office right now to be like, what are you doing with my man's ring? And what are you doing with my man's like penthouse? And Davis should be the focus of her efforts, not 3 random young adults that she just met, that she don't even get their names. She don't even ask them their names. You 3 random strangers are going to be my new drug distributors. Who are you actually? Who are you? Oh, I'm Tariq St. Patrick. You just got arrested for fucking murder and drug dealing. Yes. And your father is James St. Patrick. Yes. All public record. None of this is looked up.
But we don't know. Okay. But apparently, I guess no one knows what James.
Wait, the biggest
James looks like
is Blanca. Because I'm like, if Mecca is snitching, don't let me get started on her, right? If Mecca is snitching to Blanca for Noma, right? How does Noma then get into business with Tariq, Blanca's arch enemy?
How? Well, also
because true. I'm saying, you know that Blanca's going to be looking for Mecca's killer, and you're going to go into business with Tariq. You're basically leading the cops back to yourself.
But why is she not looking into the Tejada family? Because if Zeke got killed in Mecca's jet, and she knows that, she should know that, and then she sees on TV that fucking Zeke is being honored like a fucking fallen soldier at this university, and all this, and Tariq is speaking at this event. She can be like, wait, you know the guy who got murdered in my man's jet, and the family that all his shit was given to. Like, who is this family? Who are you? Like, she's not gonna ask any questions about Zeke. She's not gonna ask anything, and that doesn't make sense.
And you had 3 months to think on it too.
That scene was kind of hard to watch. I think, and what I mean by that was, I think young Miami kind of messed it up on BMF. Like, after her horrible crying scene that she had in BMF, I was looking at Mary J real hard when she was like, and then they gave her a tear. Now I know she has like a little bit like of a scar thing, so I guess that kind of helps too, make it look like she's crying or whatever. But it's like, the whole time I'm like, okay. I was like, damn. All right, she took the glasses off. All right, a little bit better. She did a little bit better than young.
It looked believable to me. So
it looked like she was about to break into one of her '90s hits. Like,
why didn't she sing?
Tariq, you're the only person.
Oh yeah, good point. She should have sang, but no, she shouldn't have. Let me tell you why. Because if she did sing, not even just you, but I think probably myself as well, I would probably question and be like this whole time she could sing, but they didn't want her to sing, like she didn't sing her kids good night or whatnot. Like, we even heard Homegirl and shoot, what was that vampire show we just reviewed?
Let the right one in.
Let the right one in. Yeah, she even put in there saying, I wanted to be a singer at some point, and then she sang or whatever. We ain't hear Monet talk about she wanted to sing, so therefore we can't have her sing technically, right?
I guess, but
or you think it's coming?
This would have been the moment. I think this would have been the moment. Also, the fact that they made no effort to show us any kind of new footage of like her giving birth to Zeke, her giving Zeke to her sister who never even showed up for his funeral, which they didn't have, and this fucking memorial for a fallen soldier that they said
that's coming though. That the sister is
coming
later in the season.
So that's the case. She should have been in this episode. Like this.
I know, right?
It doesn't make any sense. But like I was like, they only had 3 scenes that they could montage together to be like my baby. And I'm like, these
most of the montage was for Tariq when he was thinking about all the times he shot somebody.
Yo,
the disrespect for Amari. the disrespectful Omari is like,
Yeah.
Jesus, man, you can't even show the niggas fake. Like, what do you have to pay people every time you show a flashback scene or something? Like y'all really hate him that much, that yeah, like you're just gonna show him from his angle and just not showing him like showing Omari Hardwick. I'm like, wow, like the saltiness in this. Oh my God, it's like I felt like a slug right there, man. I was just withering away with that shit. Damn.
Yo, real quick, Lil Mo fucked up the lyrics to Say Goodbye to Yesterday. They could have got Boys to Men.
Yeah,
I
would just notice that. I was like, oh,
like
man.
why would you do that? Like, why would you bring? You actually have the actual group. Why would you bring somebody else to sing a song that somebody else sang and then fuck it up on top of that? Like, it just Stacey wanted to point out. I didn't notice it. Stacey said she fucked up the lyrics. I was like, oh really? I was like, damn. I was like, that didn't make any sense. And then who is Zeke?
That's a 50 Cent thing, because Little Mo was with Ja Rule and them and everything. So it's just like, now I got her on my show.
The one thing about Ja Rule anymore though, like, so it's just like
he's petty like that. He just bought out the front row of his concert was it 2 years ago?
Yeah.
So,
okay.
No photo of Ghost was lame. Yeah, y'all right. Does Blanca keep getting promoted? Yo, and now Jamani, I thought you were gonna point this out. Once again, they're like RICO. This is how we're taking them all down. I was like,
oh my God,
damn it. We need an interagency task force to take down 3 kids that go to college. Like, that's what we need. And a small level drug operation, we're bringing in RICO. I was like, kiss my ass with this RICO shit.
No, they said and the Tejadas, because it's the whole family. It's
a father, a mother, and 3 kids.
Yeah, I'm like, I don't understand how, like, you have no proof of anything other than like the parents and maybe Kane, but like it's the whole family, like, which is like lump Lauren, Andrew in there with them, and we'll take it all down. And I'm like, how the hell is Lorenzo supposed to be looking for the killer when he is the killer? I'm like, you can't, like, I don't even understand that. So it's like, if his wife Monet goes to him, who have you talked to? He can't even talk to anybody, because if people start looking and it leads back to him, and I'm like, Lauren is like, she's mad, like I did it. And I'm like, yeah, you did do it. I'm like, you basically...
He's going to implicate somebody else. He's going to say somebody else did it. He's going to shoot him before they can talk.
But yeah, he has 3 months to do it, and he's just... I'm like, it's basically...
He wants to do it because he wants to control it. That's why he wants to do it. He wants to control the narrative.
It's 3 months later, but it seems like it's a week later, because she's like, have you still not found him? And he's like, no, but I'm looking. I'm like, you had in 3 months, you could have, instead of getting your daughter, who's, okay, first of all, she's going to an Ivy League school, right?
Mm-hmm.
She is surprise enrolled into an Ivy League school. How the hell does that happen?
That's because her convict father called this Ivy League school and was like, use his connections to get his daughter into this school.
I got money.
No, but I'm like, you don't even write an entry, like one of those
essays,
the letters, the essays to get in, or you take any placement exams. I'm like, if she took a placement exam, she must have like aced the hell out of it, because she's taking sophomore courses now and got pre-selected out of hundreds of people to be in this canonic type of class or whatever. It doesn't make any sense, right? And I really don't understand how.
I agree with you on the class thing, but the thing is, though, when it comes to getting enrolled in the school, you'll be shocked, like how literally, like, I mean, you've seen this on the news, right? And it's legit. Like some schools, you don't even have to work that hard, even photoshopping kids' faces into a roll class. Literally, you just say, hey, I got this amount of money. They will bend all over backwards and be like, yeah, the SATs is really like this. We want kids to have this amount, but we can give her a counselor or something. And then they'll just enroll your kid just like that. Like, no joke. Like, there's some shady shit in colleges. So that part didn't bother me, like, in a sense. The thing that bothered me was that she was able to get in that class, like you said. Like, that class was just insane. And then all of them just happened to be in that same class in this small.
And I'm like, he didn't want her to be around Tariq. and didn't want her to hang around that school. It's not like he said you can go to school. He said that school.
Yeah, that school. I agree.
Like, that makes absolutely no logical sense.
Yep, all the schools she could have gone to out there. Yeah.
But how about Braden's sister and Diana should not be staying in the very same room that multiple crimes have happened? That every criminal who ever wanted to go after Tariq and Braden just showed up and opened the door. Like, no one should be staying in that room. Like
I was about to say, we already established there's no locks on it,
into a girl's dorm room.
There's no locks on the door.
It's like Diana should be staying with Busandra. Because when they start, that makes sense. Like that coupling makes sense, right? Because at some point, drugs are going to be dealt at school, and somehow Busandra is going to be one of the customers. So I'm like, that would make more sense. But let's acknowledge that we know who's going to be fucking Diana, which is the teacher assistant who is steadily trying to get her draws. So that's
we know that.
And Braden got his own Effie now, so we know who he's going to be fucking. So
and Kane is going to be fucking Braden's sister. We already saw Braden's sister. We during the classroom, she said something like, "Yeah, I'm. People think I'm this wealthy girl, but I'm a bad girl," or something like that. She said something like that.
I'm a bad bitch. She's
a bad bitch or something like that. And I'm thinking like, oh, that's Kane's boo right there. That's Kane. That's gonna be Kane's.
Nah, he's. I
mean, who else? She gonna be hitting somebody unless she goes lesbian or something.
I mean, I can see Kane, but he's stepping up Effie's draws. I love how little ass Tariq is trying to step to Kane to be like, keep my girl's name out your motherfucking mouth. Yo,
he called him. He said, "Call him a son." I was like, "Son."
I was like, Tariq, you got no bass in your voice. Kane,
I was like, "Dude, that's Bobby Brown you talking to." What's wrong with you?
Like, you know who I am? Damn it! I was like, this. I love every time they give Tariq these dumbass scenes where he's supposed to be big and bad. Like, he's not that dude. He is not that dude.
And I'm like,
dude, call up your uncle, call your estranged uncle Tommy, and be like, "Yo, I need help, please."
Braden got more hands. Braden got the hands.
Hold on, I have a question, right? As far as science and medical goes, right? Tariq shot Ghost off of a balcony.
Yeah.
Tommy comes in and still is able to have a conversation with him, right?
Yes.
Now, in this episode, Tariq stabs a guy one time and he's dead.
He's out.
Immediately.
He's out.
Immediately. He got. Let's not do this, man. Like Bash was unnecessary. Again, his death must make much bigger consequences that we don't know about, because this makes no sense. Like, we already know Tariq's a killer. All right, we didn't need this scene. Like, I wanted them to chop up the body. Remember when Kane turned into Dexter and he was like chopping up those gangsters' bodies and put them in the barrels? Like, I wanted them to, so he can get the fucking suits and the goggles and shit, to be like, I got my chop kit in the truck. Excuse me. And they just chop up Bash's body and take him out in bags, like, over time. Like, that would have been an awesome scene. Like, it's no realism, but that would have been awesome. And like okay, now we're gonna throw him in the river like everybody else. Then we automatically gets caught. I want Kane to smash Busandra. Man, that's a lot. There you go.
Same episode.
There you go. That's it right there.
That's how you do it. That makes a lot of sense. Like, he can't get Effie, so Busandra is like his next in line. That makes complete sense. Yes. But I think Busandra, because she light-skinned Keisha, she got a real job. So I think that's why you don't see her that often. Like, she only comes in, just kind of keep her place in the class, but you never see her really being involved, like, in the storylines. I think also Tate, why did they give him a beautiful woman, whoever the fuck she is, just to have him fucking that professor? Because he will be fucking that professor.
It's gonna be a threesome.
That's why.
And why was it so extra about it? Why was it so extra about it? Like, dude, like I hate to just say it like this, but you can tell that scene was written by a woman. All right, because ain't no man in their right mind who's with a chick on the side. That's like, when a finance girl walks by you, or even if it's someone that you knew and maybe even smashed or whatnot, your girl's right there. Right. There's certain things you do, but you don't be like, oh, hey, yeah, I can't wait to see you either. Right. I'm like, yo, there's no way that thing was written by a man. There's no way. No way. Not at least not like a non-virgin. I mean,
a grown ass man with some sense. Because one that one would have smacked the shit out of him right there. For one, let's say he wasn't enough to do that. He would got hit right
the whole time. I was just like, because to your point, because like the girl he had on his arm was looking fine too. So I was like, bruh, if you like maybe like while she ain't looking, you'd be like, like real quick, and it's like kept it moving real fast or whatever, and we were like, hit me on Facebook, like something, But now this nigga gonna be so extra about
tomorrow. I see you at the factory luncheon tomorrow. Don't be flirting with her right in front of your other girl who we don't know that just showed up.
That's right. That's a good point. Yeah, because he was a teacher there at one point. Again, everyone's been teaching there. I wouldn't be surprised if
it's gonna be a threesome.
Maybe it's like the shot. Maybe it's like the shot.
I wish though.
50's gonna want that though.
I mean, they did it for Tommy. They did it for Tommy. So I'm like, Tate may be like, hey, I'm not getting my own show, but I want my own threesome. I was like, you know what? Let's see what we can do. I said that last year. I want Tariq, Diana, and Effie to work that shit out. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, Effie had a girlfriend. Let's not forget that for some reason.
If they somehow manage that, that would be probably. I would say that's probably the best episode ever.
The vibes, man. The vibes. Y'all ain't catch the vibes.
I'm sitting like, you remember again, what happened to random ass Asian girlfriend she had that you never saw again? Like Brayden saw it.
I think that was just
Riley. Riley?
She wanted
No, Effie was making out with a woman at her school when Brayden came off to drop off the drugs, and that never went anywhere.
Yeah, it was a placeholder because remember, she always liked Tariq. Remember when she went shopping with Lauren? Diana. She was talking like she wanted to be with Tariq. She's always wanted to be with Tariq.
Yeah. But I'm just saying she acts like she open to whatever. I'm just like, this is college, right? Like this is what you're supposed to. This is the time you're supposed to be doing this shit. So I'm like, this is Tariq's moment. You know what I'm saying? Like if he can make it happen, you know what I'm saying? He should make it happen. Like
and they're both in the same class too, so.
That's what I'm saying. They get to sex.
The whole cast is in the same class, pretty much.
Remember sex.
Except for Brayden. Brayden has never been in that class.
Huh?
I said except for Brayden because Brayden was never in that class.
But I'll tell you this though. Next season, Drew somehow is going to be enrolled in there, and then he's going to be in the same class. And then halfway throughout the season, Kane's going to try to reestablish his life. He's like, you know what? Let me see what the school thing is all about. And then he'll be in the class. And then him and Brushonda, like you said, they'll kind of like make it out for the kids, for the kids that they now have, It's just
Kane's probation officer says he has
Kane ain't making it out this season.
Who?
Kane. He's not making it out this season.
We said that a couple seasons ago too.
Nah, Kane's going to distance. I'm sorry. I feel like Kane's going to distance now.
Yeah, and he's changed.
You sure?
And he's changed.
Yeah,
his personality's changed a little bit too.
Yeah,
he's a little bit more likable.
Yeah.
So anytime they do that,
they need that street dude. Like this story is really about the young adults. It's really Tariq, Kane, Effie, and Brayden, and they need that kind of black street dude. And that's not Tariq. That's definitely not Drew. So like Kane,
come on,
like that, like he brings that to the table. So I mean, unless they find,
I agree. Yeah, and he's the guy that always make some sort of joke to Brayden, call him like White Urkel or something.
Yeah,
you know what I mean,
or original Urkel. I did like the original Urkel. That was really too. If Monet find out that Tariq has an inheritance, Monet would try to use Tariq as an exit plan. Monet's just mad right now and watching fucking a divorce court or some shit. And I'm like, why is any?
Well, I have a theory on that. I think that's foreshadowing. I think that's foreshadowing.
What?
I don't know. I heard somebody say it in one of the reviews, but now, like when you think about it, I mean, that do seem like the type of thing that these power writers would do. Like, throw some quick on the TV and then they keep on like showing it in another scene, so you could like they want you to catch it or whatever. Like, I don't know, but like I just think that's foreshadowing.
You think she's gonna get divorced? Is that what you think this person was saying? That's the point. Why she's watching divorce court?
And a ghetto divorce is a bullet to the head.
Like she's gonna be in court or some because the whole thing about Kevin Whitman, expecting her to be like the murder of Carrie Milgram and all these murders going around, and he's trying to build a case on Monet and everything, and the whole thing about Jenny, and she's trying to make a RICO case or whatever. Like, I just think that's kind of like foreshadowing that because I did see in the trailer that the cops was rolling in on the Tejada house too. So I don't know. I'm just keeping my options open.
So Monet. So Davis is now some kind of private investigator firm or some shit. But because Tariq working for Tariq, because Tariq just walks in to be like, "Hey, find out why they're looking into Dante's penthouse." He's like, "Yes, sir." I'm like, "What the fuck is happening right now?" But to your point, it would be nice to see someone else besides the St. Patrick get into court. So if Monet is arrested for like Carrie's murder, right, and they kind of make that a thing, that would be interesting. Like, and
then she's being court, and that because that's why they kept showing the divorce court. Like, not saying that she's getting a divorce, but like saying she's going to be in court for Carrie Milgram's death or what have you. I'm just saying.
I hear you. If that's what they were trying to do, that's silly. Like,
I just felt that divorce court is like Family Feud. That's just something that a lot of people watch when they're super depressed, and they can just like sit down. That's how I kind of looked at it.
Yeah.
I think you're giving the show, I think, a little bit too much credit.
Yeah.
And of them as far as using symbols.
Yeah, symbolism.
If this was HBO,
that's just saying the type of stuff that Courtney would do.
Stop it, Chris.
I know you hate when I do that, Dave. But come on, am I wrong?
This is 50 Cent, damn it. Like, now we got an Empire person in charge of this show. There's nothing off the table. Someone is going to get into a car accident and have amnesia. That is going to happen. I don't know which one's going to be, but somebody's going to wake up and not know who they are anymore. And I'm going to be like, fuck this show. At that point, that's what I gave up on Empire. When Lucius woke up and didn't know who he was, I was like, fuck this show. Like, this, they've gone too far. I was like, somebody needs to open a record label too. I feel like that's coming. At some point, record label.
Wait, we've never had any musical performances in this show. And now, first episode with an Empire showrunner.
All right. So somebody, yes, I feel like one of the hottest is gonna be like, Mom, you know how we can clean money? We start a record label. And she's like, you know what? I'm gonna sing. I'm gonna do the first record. Hey,
she's like, we don't have no artists. It's like,
no, and I'm like, basically, think about it. We basically have the Tejadas are basically now Empire, because it's like Cookie and Lucius is because they're basically at each other. They're basically on opposing sides, but they don't know it or whatever. And they're together for 3 kids.
One of them happens to be gay, and then what? Yeah, okay.
Only when the record label comes. I mean, I hear you, but if they get a record label, I'll go with you on this one. They're almost there, but that's key. That's also, when did Monet become?
Keep Drew away from them Nigerians off camera.
Huh?
Keep Drew away from them Nigerians.
No. I see where you're going.
Stop it. Oh, that shit would be hilarious.
No,
that shit would be hilarious. Oh, damn it. I would love it. He fakes a hate crime. Also, he just walk around with his baby boo. Oh man, I love it. He just cool everybody knowing that they're a couple. But when Lucius lost his leg, I was done. When Lucius got kidnapped by Demi Moore and was some misery.
Oh, he lost his leg.
I was like,
he got exploded. He got into an explosion.
He got amnesia in the car explosion.
Yeah. And then that ultimately Demi Moore was his therapist, and then she fell in love with him, kidnapped him, tied him to a bed, and became like.
Oh, so she was like a Harley Quinn / Misery.
Yeah.
Like,
well, more misery. Yeah. But he was like, it was fucking insane. I was like, this show needs to stop right now. I don't understand how we're supposed to fear some UK drug dealers since when their boss is like, it's the accent I get. Lamar should have been killed off BMF. Franklin's show's already over. I want Lamar and Franklin and Idris Elba in their original British accents on this show next season. Like, that's after Noma is easily going to be murdered, and she will. I want them to be the next crew. Like, I would love that.
Let's call it like Top Boys or something. Make it Top Boys.
But you bring all the known like black British drug dealers to fucking power.
I did not know Lamar was British. I did not know that.
Yeah, he British as fuck, man. Yeah. They good at that stuff. That's how you don't know. See, that's why they get all the jobs. And Chris gets upset.
I do, especially when you got an American film called 12 Years.
STARZ, they can't afford him.
That's right. When Chris Rock was a cannibal in prison, like there's so many crazy shit Empire did.
What?
Chris Rock played a cannibal in prison.
And what? In Spiral?
Season 2.
No, in Empire.
1.
Oh, in Empire. Oh, okay.
Season 2, episode 1.
I remember he had like a daughter or something. That was
that was
in season 2.
It was not season 2. It was not season 2.
It was.
Yes, that was season
2.
That was
episode 1.
Yes, that was.
Chris Rock was in season 2, episode 1.
Yeah.
I wouldn't remember that because
Empire,
that's
of
that's
Empire.
when I stopped watching.
That's the first episode because remember Lucius got arrested in the finale of season 1. So like episode 1, that was jail.
All right, well, we gotta go back. We gotta go check that out. I don't remember. I don't remember that till later. Like when his daughter was the rapper that went up against the son, but that was like season 4 or 5. Like that was like
that was building it up. That was building it up.
Thing happened later.
She was convincing him.
Oh, all right. My fault. This broadcast is hilarious. We try to be funny, but we got to move on to other drug dealers. Little Mo singing at the start of the music artist performing the show. We need to stop that shit. Lauren has amnesia after she was shit. That would be hilarious if Lauren has amnesia and doesn't realize who tried to attack her. I'm like, damn it, Empire. Damn it.
It's already silly as it is. I don't know what we
don't need more silliness. Kevin Whitman might be the person that finds out that Sax is playing both sides. He's only playing one side right now. I mean he's working with the but even if he does find out, who gives a fuck? I mean he's not gonna tell Davis.
Sax is not making it out either. I think Sax is not making it out, definitely.
That would be interesting because he's the last one standing. I mean from Power Book 1. It'd be interesting if he has to go.
And Davis is getting fed up. I think Davis is gonna kill Sax.
Okay, so does anybody care about Redman dying? Because I feel like this is like Monique's sister dying in BMF. I'm like,
that's good. What's up, Chris?
I'm gonna say this. I'm a big Redman fan, so that's one reason why I'm a little biased about it. But that's about it. But I'll leave it at that. I know it serves nothing to the story. I get that. But anytime you put Meth and Red together, holy shit. It's just like get excited. It's like having Kenan Thompson and Kel Mitchell together. And like,
they need to do a rap before his brother dies. We need to find out that they had a music group before he went to jail.
Oh, that'll be the for that new record label that they'll start. It'll be his last dying wish. Dying wish is like he's like one last song. Like
I want to start a record label, man. I want to start a record label.
Why isn't Davis looking for a compassionate release for his brother if he's slowly dying? That's a good point. Franklin.
Oh yeah, he probably got chicks on the side that he's just like just to relieve tension. You know what I mean? So is that what they're talking about in that comment section?
No, like that's an actual thing. Like when like that's how Bill Cosby got out of jail. Like when because COVID was so bad. Like when
I totally misread what he was talking about. I thought he meant like. How does Method Man feel good? I was thinking maybe he needed like a Halle Berry release type.
No, Chris.
Oh,
when an inmate is terminally ill, they apply for a compassionate release.
Oh, sorry.
He wants to see Method Man on top of a woman again. I saw something about the Dream Team. I thought that was hilarious. Let's see. Where is it? They listed them all. Like if Blanca is in charge of anything, these criminals are going to be all right because Blanca has not solved one crime. I
don't know why they brought her back. She's useless.
That is the worst. That is the worst detective.
She ran down the list of her bad resume in the episode. It was
yeah.
It's interesting how again I can't think of it. Fucking prosecutor was like, "Oh, you're Blanca Rodriguez. You have failed at every point to take down the St. Patrick family and anyone they're related to. So why am I working with you again? Like, let's not do this." I mean, but to your point, if Lauren had any information, she should have came back in court and basically she can snitch on Braden, and that would have brought everything down. Braden's obviously gonna be selling drugs to his new co-workers, so that's a given. Let's remember that Tariq owns 3 nightclubs, 3 of them, which means he could easily run drugs out of there and clean the money out of there. And they have not even brought this up.
I'm like, I don't know. It's in a trust, so I'm like, isn't old boy from
the old white dude, white dude guy?
He doesn't.
No, he doesn't.
He don't have it yet. You don't have it.
This whole started because Tasha convinced Stern to pay for Tariq's college, and once he graduates, he will give those 2 clubs back to Stern.
Yes,
but I'm like, but right now, I mean, as crazy as this show is, Tariq could easily just be like, "I want my money, like I want my clubs." He can run them. He just can't own them. And I'm saying so. But those are his. If they're looking for a place to sell drugs, stop doing it at colleges.
You can't run a club if you're not 21 yet. How can you run something?
He is 21. He is 21. That's how he got the ass. When he turned 21 is when he got epic. He is 21.
No, he can't be 21. Remember, he got early acceptance or whatever. He wasn't.
I think he's like 19 or 20 right now.
His birthday was on the show. He's either 20 or 21.
No, he's still in his teens. He can.
All right.
He got when. All right, so we're only a year after the murder because he's in like his sophomore year, right? So he got into college a year early, so he can only be like 18, 19.
All right, all right. That being said, Tasha, he can run those clubs. He can find an adult and help run those clubs. I'm just saying they're acting like they don't have a place to sell drugs, and he owns 3 clubs, and that's stupid. Tariq,
I think that'd be a good idea.
He has to stay in school to a Hurricane clubs, but he can still use the clubs. Like he doesn't have to leave school. I'm just saying, like that's an option. And also he's on his 4th failed drug operation. 4th.
Yeah.
And all of them have been exposed and fell apart. And I'm like, why do people keep on working out of state?
Huh?
Why do they not become distribution and sell drugs to people out of state? Why does
that's too much money? That's a lot of money. I mean, maybe the Winstons have the money to do all that. I don't know.
No, I'm saying you look at all the drugs that was in the warehouse at the end of the episode, and they're like, well, we're just going to sell it to stockbrokers on Wall Street. I'm like, no, you just sell it to one or two people out of state, like how Ghost was doing. He did distribution. I'm like, just why are you trying to nickel and dime it and like sell it in college and be basically drug dealers? Sell it to
wholesale. Sell it wholesale to other people.
We come to connect to somebody else in a smaller place.
Also, Tariq lied and said he had people in the government, people in law enforcement. I'm like, who the fuck are you talking about? And what's gonna happen when they find out all of this is not true? Like, I'm like, that's crazy. But like,
all he has is Method Man and Sax.
Well, Method Man and Tate to an extent.
Yeah.
I mean, but to your point, he's 18 or 19. I hear Blanca and Rosie Perez from Your Honor need to team up and take down them with.
I was just thinking that
RICO.
I was just thinking like yeah.
Yo, that would be awesome. I think the people in law is Tate's. I mean, he can pull the race card every once in a while to keep Tariq in school, but I don't know about him, keep people off of murder charges and shit. And Davis is pretty cool. Anyway, we got to wrap this up. Thank you guys very much for watching. We're going to get to BMF.
All dude panel here. That's rare.
Was it? Oh, yeah.
All dude panel.
Yeah, that's true. Yeah. That's true.
During Women's Month. That's a little awkward, huh? No. All right. Well, okay. Yeah.
Oh man.
He's not 21. He's not 21. He's old enough to have sex.
Dave was like, I get it. Dave was like, I get it.
Like shit. But my point is, he still has 3 clubs, and they act like he don't have opportunities. That all he has is school. I'm tired of school. I'm tired of it. Like no more school scenes.
All right. What's your prediction for the next episode, or like, what do you think is going to happen, like for this overall season? Like, just like a prediction.
Well, no one's gonna die. I don't call that a prediction. Somebody needs to find out something good. So we're gonna find out. I'm gonna go with Jamani. I'm gonna support Jamani on this one. We're gonna find out the Indian Effie truly is the snitch, and what does that do for Tariq? Because right now he's like, I gotta protect you, baby, because everyone around me ends up getting murdered. So I like to see what happens when he finds that out. I do like that. Lauren's gonna show up class.
I think it's gonna be. I think it's 50 Cent law or whatever. It's gonna be just like BMF. She's gonna be the B Mickey of this show, and it's gonna be like, oh, you snitched on me. I don't care. We still family anyway.
Yeah. But you gotta go, baby. You gotta go. I can't do this no more. Yeah, I like that. KJ, what are your prediction? One prediction.
Okay. I think Davis is going to kill Sax.
Why?
Because in the whole because he's gonna find out that he's playing both sides, that he's trying to take him down with Jenny. And then another thing too, that because Davis, you can see, is starting to get really fed up with Sax, because remember, Sax is supposed to help him out with Theo and everything.
Yeah, with his brother.
And you saw him in this episode, you starting to get frustrated or what have you on the phone. He's like, get it done, Sax. And I just think Davis is slowly progressing to the levels like, man, I'm getting tired of this fucker. He's got to go. Like, he's irritating. You know what I'm saying? Because we all know, like, Sax, he can easily, turn anybody to a killer because everybody like that's how annoying he is. He sacks. So, but I just think, but on a, all jokes aside, I just think that Davis is really getting really fed up with sacks. Everything that he did prior, and now that he's trying to work with Jenny and all that stuff. I just think everything is building up, and he's gonna kill sacks.
All right, let's see how that works out. Chris, any one prediction that you want to see out of this season?
Yeah, I'm starting to go back on the whole thing about Diana and and oh boy, the teacher assistants necessarily hooking up. I think they're going to lead us to them hooking up or whatnot. You know what I mean? He obviously wants to hook up with her, but I think they're going to throw us a curveball here. I think she's going to be hooking up with her roommate. I feel like Braden's sister.
Oh,
Gonna get her.
I heard somebody say that too. Oh,
I don't know why I feel, especially looking at everything I'm seeing so far. Braden's sister. What's her name? First off, I hate just calling her Braden's sister. But anyway,
who gives a
fuck?
we know who you're talking about. There,
I feel like he's gonna walk in like this. One day, walk in on both of them or something like that. But or something like that. And then
all right.
And then Lorenzo's really gonna be pissed. It's like, 2 of my kids, really? Like, really?
I feel like I see your point. And that kid, I don't know. I feel like Effie's already proven her flexibility. Effie and Diana. Mine, no Tariq, just Effie and Diana.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. That was cross fingers. Can I say how refreshing it is because it's all dudes? I'm not getting pushback for even suggesting this. I know I'm gonna get it now. I know next time we're going to.
It's a safe place.
Oh, yeah. Safe place. This is locker room talk. This what locker room talk is.
I'm like, if Lorenzo decides to take it out on Tariq or Braden or something like that, like, oh, you're to blame. I'm like, anybody in the show could die because he obviously cannot tell the profile of anybody because he thinks Zeke looks like Dante. So
he ain't get shot. But I mean, we'll see how all this works out. Thank you guys very much for joining us in the chats. We appreciate you. We got more drug dealing to come. KJ, thank you very much. We'll see you back for episode 5. Team, we're gonna move on to BMF and talk about that silly shit.